So last night, I noticed that I got a tiny little spike in views and subscribers. And I was like, that's weird because it had kind of slowed down, it had gotten stagnant. And then I noticed I had some alerts in Discord, and it was several people telling me that Vegas had paneled up on Spooky's channel and they're talking about the video that I made, which is fine. Um, Obviously, Vegas can talk about that. I talked about her, so she has every right to say her piece and talk about me. Um, but I know that these two ladies in particular lie a lot. I remember when the Discord first broke up, I messaged Vegas just telling her how bad I felt about everything. And then after that I hear that she's telling people that I'm obsessed with her because I DM'd her. And then I blocked her because I don't want to deal with the drama anymore. I was absolutely done. And then she called me out in Jessica's public Discord, gut girl, because I blocked her. So she is a liar when it comes to me. And then Spooky is a liar in general. I don't know if Spooky just be high or she really is legitimately lying on purpose. I don't know, but I'm sure that what they're going to say is going to be completely false. And so I am going to react to it.
Okay, I'm saying obviously I would have
Yeah, I
liked
can
her
hear
to
you.
be
Can you
if
hear
she
me?
would have yes, if she would have met her goal, maybe she could have flew me out. I have no idea. But I was hoping that that's the whole thing was that I would post it and that she would post it and then I would tell family to post it if they have Facebook, anyone that could help, and that maybe I would have been able to been there in December. But of course, that didn't happen. I'm stuck in Las Vegas. It's very far into New Mexico.
Okay,
So
well,
people that think they're funny to say 2 hours away, it's not 2 hours away.
It's not
It's
Mexico
not two
either,
hours
though.
away. I don't know what people are talking about.
to be honest,
I'm
I
sorry I cut you
probably
off.
shouldn't even talk about it because most people don't even know. Like, most people don't even know what it is. Nobody saw them even give it energy. To be honest, like
No,
nobody
but
knows.
for
Nobody,
Monty,
nobody knows what the fuck we're talking about.
yeah, but Spooky, for people, for Monty to pick it up and for the other lady to make a whole video. Okay, so make a video that you don't like me. That doesn't make sense. Like when I
Yeah, but it's
text my
just
sister,
Monty. It's just Monty and the other ladies. Though the majority of it was you just thinking that you were in a group of friends that you thought was a safe place to talk
Yeah,
about
we all thought it was
whatever
a
you
safe
wanted to talk about.
place.
So it's like it wasn't as if you thought you were talking to a group of strangers and just like saying things to be saying it. You thought you were in a safe place. You thought everybody was friends, and you felt comfortable talking about things that you probably shouldn't. But they
what
claim
happened
that
to
they're the
me?
ones that were betrayed in some kind of way.
Um,
I do understand Spook's point, and I agree with her. We all did think that we were in a safe space, but somehow information has been leaked onto YouTube since then. So, I agree. We all thought it was a safe space to talk about what's going on in our lives, but unfortunately, that information was leaked. I mean, I agree with her, but it's just a strange point for her to make.
Girl, I don't even know if I want to talk about it because now I'm already mad, bitch. Don't let me get double upset because then I'm already pissed. To be honest, like if I'm keeping it real, I mean this is already this stream's already. It don't have to be fucked because maybe the universe does things for a reason. But I feel like
I can't. I don't
Monty's
deal with
only
Beth.
issue is that he hates Jessica Massacre, and because we are associated with her, he'll talk about us too. Now I don't know if he
I
has a
can't
personal
deal with the
problem with
death.
Vegas,
No, but the thing is, Kayla, she was reaching.
but
That's why I'm upset. I'd like to get on a panel because she was reaching. Like her saying about my hair, that's reaching. So if I turn on the camera and then you guys see, then you go, oh, she was really being honest about everything she was saying. Why do I want to do that? So I can get trolled? I have a brace on my leg. Do I want to show that so I can get trolled? It's just all it is to make fun of me. So they're gonna screenshot. They're gonna screenshot anything negative, and they didn't like me to begin with.
I did like
If
Vegas
I
to
was
begin
being
with.
rude, a lot of those people were
I
rude.
sure
Just
did. And I said that in the video. I liked Vegas to begin with. Um, and I wasn't reaching. This is what happened. That's what happened. That's just what happened in the Discord. I don't know what to say.
Jessica wasn't even there. She was gone. It was last year.
Last
I
year.
actually wanted to make t-shirts that say I should have screamed at you sooner.
Yeah, majority of the time period, if they be referring to Jessica wasn't even there.
Yeah, exactly. But I literally am not to be funny, but the only thing that
I
made
don't
me
know.
laugh.
Jessica missed the scream, but Jessica was there for most of all the Vegas drama. But she did miss the scream. And it's funny now that she's saying that she should have screamed earlier because to this day, we don't even know why she's mad at Jerry's. Like, I mean, actually, you know what? Sherry's can have a pretty biting commentary. If you fuck with her, she tends to be, I mean, she can be harsh. That's just her personality. But so I can understand not liking Jerry's. But to the extent that they've been going at cherries, I don't understand that. Um, I've seen people call cherries crazy, and of course, all the different alt accounts, and I just don't know why they have to go so hard against cherries. Also, Vegas apologized for that scream, so why is she taking it back now? I thought she was being truthful.
A
Just feel like
giggle.
I didn't watch the video. I stopped watching the Bay videos a long time ago because I don't want to upset myself. Because the first thing that I want to do is correct the misinformation. Like the first thing that I want to do is get
What? Okay,
on live and be like, this is wrong, that's wrong. But we don't have
do
screenshots and
it.
recordings of what they said and what they did because we don't do that. So it's basically just there.
Wait. Okay. 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 I'm so irritated. Okay, number one, those recordings were done by all of us as a collective. The only person who didn't know about those recordings is Vegas. I didn't go and make those recordings like secretly. Well, secretly to Vegas, but not to anybody else. But we knew about those recordings. We all did, except Vegas. And at one point, I made the first recording and I didn't have any qualms about it because I thought that she was sending screenshots naked and laughing. So I feel like if she's going to share our information, I might as well record hers. And then I also felt like we need to record her lies. And if she does do another scream, we want to record that. Like we had a lot of reasons to do it. And everybody seemed to be on the same page back then. But at one point, I did say something to the effect of maybe I should tell her that I recorded her, but then I think we all just decided that we didn't want to upset her and we still wanted to be able to do it. And we also just didn't care as much because of the whole naked and laughing thing and her sharing screenshots with her. So we just didn't have any issue with it. None of us did that I know of. No one told me that they had any issue with it. And whenever we would do recordings, they would always be like, Kayla, are you ready? Are you ready to do the recording? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm ready. And then we would go and record her. I got to the point where I didn't want to do it anymore because I just felt like the point of doing it had already been established. Like we already established that she was a liar, so there's no point in doing it anymore. But I didn't want to say that. And that's my mistake. I didn't say up front, no, I don't want to record Vegas anymore. Instead, what I did was I started to pretend like my app wasn't working. I started to just be like, I don't know, guys, my app's not working. I don't know what's going on. And it wasn't even just me recording. So stuff still got recorded even when I stopped. Journey recorded some stuff. Luxie recorded some stuff. There might have been other people who recorded some stuff that I don't know about. But this whole this it's like she's trying to insinuate that I was recording her Vegas secretly. Nobody knew about it, or only a few of us knew about it. Literally everyone knew about the recordings except Vegas. There was just vibe that we wanted to record, and so I recorded. And then as far as screenshots goes, I am actually kind of surprised and disappointed that they don't have screenshots. I don't understand what she's talking about. How do you not have screenshots? Because I have seen screenshots of them making screenshots of different people's Facebook pages and Instagram pages. So they got screenshots of our personal business for sure, like our husbands and kids, right? You got screenshots of people's friends and family members. You have those screenshots. Why don't you show those? But you can blur the faces like I did for Vegas in our Olive Garden picture. But show those screenshots.
their words against ours, and then their screenshots are edited. Like they'll only show one person's comment.
The screenshots are not edited. I'm not talented enough to do that. I can't do that. And if I cut it out, it's because other people were saying things that didn't matter. Like they were saying shit that had nothing to do with what I was talking about. So I cut them out, of course. But in future videos, just to satisfy Spooky, I'll just do the whole page so you can see all the comments because I don't mind that. Sometimes I cut stuff out because it was saying personal business about people, and I didn't want to do that. There was a couple times where I would block stuff out or cut stuff out because it was just giving too much information about the person. But nothing was edited. Like I didn't actually change any words or anything like that. All I did was screenshot and then put it in the video. And that's it. And the screenshots that I have, I don't even know why I have some of them. It's probably just somebody said something I thought was outrageous or I thought was funny. And I wanted to show somebody who missed it in the Discord that day or something, you know? I don't even know why I even have some of these, but I'm glad that I do.
But if any of you ever been in a Discord, you know that there's an entire thread of a conversation happening. So when you watch a video by Her World or whoever, and you only see, or Monty, and you only see one message with somebody's name above it, you should be asking for, where Vegas go? For the rest of the clip. Where's the
Hello?
rest of the
Okay,
picture of the
sorry.
rest of the thread?
The phone is sensitive. No, I wasn't just
I agree with Spooky. I think that you should be curious about the whole story, which is why I want to tell the story. Yeah, I think that that's fair. I think that if you're watching Her World's videos or at my video or whoever, I think you should be. I think you should have an expectation that the proper context is given. And so I agree with that. I don't have a problem with her saying that at all.
jumping down. The thing I'm more mad about is they're screenshotting things that I didn't know. And you know what? I know no one's perfect. And if you guys made fun of me behind a Discord and I forgave everybody and I didn't have to read that stuff, what was the point though? What's the point?
Can I just say, we didn't just, I probably didn't make this clear in the video. We didn't just simply make fun of her. I mean, we did, but we also had legitimate concerns about her, legitimate concerns about the GoFundMe, about her behavior, about how she was treating us, about how she was talking to us any kind of way. Like, it wasn't just like silly nonsense. We actually had legitimate concerns about Vegas. It wasn't, you know, just high school shit.
Of showing me screenshots from December or I mean, and also what was okay, the thing too was like the picture of me at the Olive Garden, right?
Oh,
I don't
God.
feel good. My mom died. If I don't want to put my hair down, I'm not even smiling, so that doesn't make sense. You can't. The phone is in the way of my teeth. So I mean, like, how is that a true depiction of what I look like? I'm not a
I blurred the picture. I blurred it. So I don't know what she's talking about.
catfish. There's a short where I say, "What more do you want from me?" This is September 2022. My face did not change. I don't get.
That's a lie. If I can find that clip, I'm going to put it in here right now. There is, I forgot about this. Why did Vegas even bring this up? Because I forgot about it. So there's this image of her and using a some type of, I don't know. I don't do Photoshop and shit like that. Facetune or filter, some kind of filter, and it changes her face. It goes from a slim, single chinned, snatched face to like what she really looks like. And I don't even think she looks bad in either version of it. But it definitely changes. And if I can find it, I will post it here because that is a flat out lie. Her face for real definitely changes. The filter failed and you could see what she really looks like for a split second. It's in there.
It's like because I'm squinting because I wore eyeliner too freaking thick. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't like how my eyeliner looked, but no, that's not how my eyebrows looked in person. That's not a true depiction of me. I also have
This is a perfect example of how vain she is and how much that picture upset her. Like this is why we thought it was so funny. If she had kind of let it go, we probably wouldn't have cared as much. But the fact that she's so like listen, I get why she's upset about the picture. So I can't criticize her too hard on this, but it's just going back to the hair, talking about how bad the hair looks. The hair wasn't a problem. I was just surprised her head was shaped like a butternut squash. It was giving Veggie Tales. the hair was pulled up, and that's fine. It was the head shape that really surprised us.
This? No, don't show my real face. Keep it like this.
A chunky face. Sometimes when you just do angles, I don't need to use filters. I don't need to use filters. Even if I have acne, I don't need to use filters. A lot of times it's the way you angle
Girl,
yourself. It doesn't even make sense though. Like going on and on and on. Then I've seen what they've said about me. It's like she didn't like me to begin with. When she's saying she's petty, no, you didn't like me to begin with. I am a liability.
yes, I did. I really liked Vegas. I liked Vegas a lot. I thought she was so funny and so cute, and I liked listening to her on voice chat. And I even watched her channel for a little bit. Like even after the Discord broke up, I still watch her channel for a little bit because I enjoyed her vlogs. I just find her to be funny and kind of relaxing listening to how she talks. But no, I actually really did like Vegas. And then I didn't like her.
I feel like they had me as a liability because they want to be best friends with Jessica, and that's okay. You could be best friends with Jessica, but why is she getting me involved in anything? Why are they keep talking? It doesn't make sense. We're not talking about them. What are they getting at? Is this their like jump for fame to be like in the YouTube? Just start your YouTube. You don't have to use us as some kind of something. You know what I'm trying to say? Like whether it's her
I
world
don't
or
really
it's
know what the
them.
point of what they're doing is.
Yeah, what are they doing? Because everything is
I
reaching.
remember
If
asking I remember asking Kayla the question of like, what do y'all want? Like, what would make them happy as far as like whatever grievances they have about how that Discord ended? Is like, okay, so what do you want us to do? Like, do you want? I mean, Jessica already apologized.
I want y'all to stop lying. Why y'all lie so much? Okay, first of all, this weird thing about like being Jessica's best friend. I was completely satisfied with my relationship with Jessica. We were not that close. We were in the same friend group or whatever, but we weren't DMing each other or talking on the phone or anything like that. Like our relationship was not that deep. And I was fine with that. I was upset that the Discord blew up because the Discord as a whole I thought was a great place and I liked everybody there and I thought everybody had value there. But I didn't have a particular connection with Jessica. Also, this whole fame thing doesn't even make any sense. Fame off of this. I could be talking about Barbenheimer. I could be talking about Colleen Ballinger. I chose to talk about a Discord that I left in January. I chose to talk about a niche group that's a niche group of a niche group in a niche part of YouTube. How am I going to get famous off of that? What are you talking about? That doesn't even make any sense. Huh? And who do you think you are? I'm allowed to talk about my own experience and anything I want to talk about. It bothers you, sure, but y'all are bothering me. So why not just talk about it? I don't What's the problem?
I wasn't gonna apologize. 'Cause I didn't for what?
okay, I
Like
also
I
want
feel
to make
like
a
we're all grown
statement.
women, and when you
I
have
want to make a
relationships that
statement.
don't
Oh,
work
okay,
out,
sorry.
you just move on. You don't then continue on.
What she's talking about is when they brought Vegas into the Discord without telling anybody, we got in a big fight. The next day, um, a bunch of us were talking about it. Um, and Jessica wasn't there. She didn't want to talk about it at all. And I was probably one of the more vocal people, and Miami was pretty vocal about how we thought it was messed up what happened. And I do remember Spooky being like, "What do you want?" I just wanted them to be honest. I just wanted them to stop lying, and I wanted them to I wanted them to explain what the hell happened because Vegas coming back into that Discord at that time was extremely bizarre. The energy in that Discord was very anti Vegas at that point. And that includes Brooklyn. Brooklyn was talking mad shit about Vegas. And I had questions that I wanted answers to, and I never got those answers. And I'm going to make a whole video about it. So that's happening. But I just wanted responses. I just wanted a response to what I was saying, or what Miami was saying, or what Cinnamon was saying, or what People was saying, or whoever else had something to say. I wanted a response, and instead, it felt like I was talking to a wall. And then I left because I was talking to a wall and I wasted a lot of time and I regret that. I regret not. Cinnamon was smart. Cinnamon said her piece and left. She left like immediately. My dumb ass was in there for like 2 more days trying to talk it out to people who really just did not give a fuck. And that was my mistake.
with the bullshit. Like, I'm trying
I
to figure
couldn't
out
hear
what
you.
the point of it all is.
Sorry.
Like,
Sorry,
do they
Spooky. I
want
couldn't hear you.
them Jessica to be canceled? They want to be canceled? Like what?
Jessica cannot get canceled. What are you talking about? Are y'all really scared that Jessica's going to get canceled from this? Are you serious? How is Jessica going to get canceled? Huh? What? That's stupid. That's so dumb. Jessica is not going to get canceled. Jessica is I don't know anything about Jessica's channel anymore, but I know that my little ass channel and my little ass story is not going to get anybody canceled. I just wanted to tell my story and I'm going to continue to tell my story and that's that.
What I was
Sorry, let me
trying to
talk
say,
over
I
you.
couldn't hear you because there's like a delay and then the air conditioner clicked on. I was trying to tell you, oh, I don't remember now. I was trying to say something. Oh, yeah. She was saying I got kicked out of other discords. No, not because of how my actions were. It's because they were Foodie Beauty discords. And a lot of people thought I was a spy for Foodie Beauty. It's like, get real. You know, she's been taken out of other discords, not because of how I acted.
Vegas is always fighting with people. Vegas has never learned how to deal with a group of people in a way that is functional. Okay? That's just my observation. That's just my observation. She does not work well in a group. She just don't.
That time. No, it's because they didn't like the name because they're like, not her. She's always out hanging out with Foodie. That was like over 2 years ago. How are you going to use something on me based on because of Foodie Beauty a long time ago? I don't give any money to Foodie Beauty. I was blocked over a year ago, and I'm not going back.
I truly don't care about this whole foodie beauty thing. I don't care about this. I might skip forward.
I don't know. I just everything is a reach. Like one time they had a thing where it has movies slash where I could talk, and everybody went to see me talk, or we're just talking and hanging out. And I didn't go and look up on all the thread. Yeah, sometimes I would read to see if there was mean stuff after I seen how they were acting. But before, if I'm not in there for a week, I'm not gonna look what happened in the Discord. So I didn't know that everybody was watching a movie. And if you knew, I could not even watch a movie. The phone was so slow, the data was so slow.
This is the exact opposite of what happened. This is what actually happened. So earlier that day, I just shouted out to everybody. I'm gonna host a couple movies tonight. If anybody wants to watch the movies with me, I'm gonna play them at like 7:30 or whatever time I picked. And there was a bunch of people who were like, yeah. I want to watch a movie. Sounds fun. Okay. So 7:30 came, and I noticed that there was nobody in like the movie thread, and I was like, oh, okay, they must be busy. So I was like, okay, I'll just bump it to like 8:30. So I made an announcement. I'm just going to move it to 8:30. That way, there's going to be a chance for more people to come and watch the movie. And then 8:30 came, and there was like three people there. It was me, Bree, and Luxie, I think. And so I was like, okay, well, people just must be busy, so let's just watch it. So we watched a couple movies, and one of the movies, a lot of us were really excited to see because it was that Breaking Bad movie. And I remember Spooky really wanted to see the Breaking Bad movie, and Brooklyn. That's one of the few things we ever agreed on is how good Breaking Bad is. And Bree really wanted to watch a Breaking Bad movie, so it was like weird that there were some people who weren't there, but I just feel like they're busy, whatever. Later on, I don't know how, if it was at night or if it was the next day. I don't remember. But Vegas was pissed off that like the three of us weren't talking to her. And I realized then, oh shit, the people who didn't come to the movie thread went to talk to Vegas. So it was like maybe 15 people in the Discord at that moment. Three of us were watching a movie, and then like 12 were talking to Vegas. And that upset her that all 15 of us weren't talking to Vegas. And I do remember when I was watching the movie, I remember, I think it was Spooky and like Journey. They came into the movie thread and they were like, Vegas is here. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, I didn't think it was a big deal for me to to not go to where Vegas was. I just didn't. I did not think that would be a big deal. I just wanted to watch a movie, and then I felt like when the movie's over, I'll go and talk to Vegas. Like it wasn't. I really had no idea that that would upset her, but it did. It upset her that me, Bree, and Lexicon were not also talking to her with the other 12 people who were already talking to her. She did apologize later. I do remember Vegas, like weeks later, was like, I'm sorry that I acted up that day. But it was, at the time, it was annoying as hell that I couldn't enjoy a movie without feeling like Vegas needs my attention. I just, it's just another example of why it was so hard to be in the same space with Vegas.
Low. That's why I'm like, oh, that's kind of lame. And then I actually love
I
watching
follow.
movies. I love watching movies now, but before I thought it was lame because I couldn't even do it. I literally, you know how I wanted to be so.
See, this is, did you hear her? I thought it was lame because I couldn't do it. Watching movies was one of the most popular things that we did in that Discord. We watched movies, we watched Real Housewives, we watched Frenemies. That was one of the more popular things that we did there. And that pissed her off because she didn't like it. She didn't like it. And so she thought it was lame. Like, I don't even have to make that up. She just said it right there.
So close to you guys that literally, if you would play a movie like that one, The Watcher, I would hurry up and watch it so later on we could talk about it because it would not load. The phone would not load for me to watch it together in the group.
Okay.
I'm just disappointed because I went too hard. My mistake, my only mistake, and I wish I had my own StreamYard, but my only mistake was trying to have friends, I guess, lifelong friends. That was my only mistake.
No, your mistake was being mean and being a dick and being an asshole. That was your mistake. That was your mistake. You were Gucci. You were good for a little while, and then you weren't good. But her selfishness, her need for constant attention was overwhelming. It was overwhelming. It affected my mental health. That was her mistake. Trying to make friends is a normal thing that people do, but treating your friends like shit is not. And that's what her mistake was. She's never going to admit that because I'm reaching, but that's the truth.
No, it's not a mistake. The problem was, oh God, there was no mistake. Like, you're supposed to be able to trust people that you spend time with. Like, nobody is supposed to assume that
Right.
people are screen recording and recording their conversations for the entirety of the time that they spend in a fucking Discord.
That's not true. It wasn't the entirety of the time. I think I recorded 2 arguments and we had like 10. So it wasn't the entirety of the time. And again, Spooky knew about these recordings. She's acting brand new, but she definitely knew about them.
Like, nobody is supposed to assume that. And it's weird knowing that people can't be trusted. And that's not even just us, that's everybody.
And can I also say that Spooky used to encourage me to talk about my trauma. She would be like, girl, what's going on? This is a safe space. You can talk to us about it. You can talk to us about it. But somehow, after I talked about my CSA, I see someone, Ariel specifically, mention a part of what I said in her comment section. So what the hell is she talking about? You thought, girl, I deleted all the comments I could think of that I said something sensitive in, and the shit still ended up on YouTube. But they're mad because I called Vegas out for shit that most people already know about Vegas. She's mean. Like that's public knowledge at this point before I even made that video. So I don't understand what the big deal is. I mean, okay, let me be fair. I do understand what the big deal is because nobody wants to be called out, right? Nobody wants recordings of themselves on the internet. But I just feel like at this point it's fair game.
In girl world at this point. Everyone. That's the truth.
The only thing, like I said, the only merch I would say is I should have screamed sooner because you can't say, oh, you regret it, because look how evil they really are. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, the whole time if you hear the recordings, they're blaming me. I've never recorded. I never even screenshot anything. And they were doing stuff. So imagine if it kept going for years and years and years, how much they would be recording of us.
It didn't go for years and years because you were kicked out. And then when you were brought back, we left. So it was just it wasn't gonna happen because we weren't gonna tolerate that for years and years and years. It just it wasn't gonna happen that long because we could not tolerate that for that long. We just couldn't.
Whether it's just kikiing and going to the store, going to TJ Maxx. I don't like that. I didn't sign up for that. I trusted the dang app. It's my fault because I trusted it like a cell phone that you're talking to your friend, just one-on-one. That was not an open Discord either. It doesn't make sense though. Like how they're trying to like use that. Okay, I can't handle all the drama. They're like, oh, you're jealous of who? What are you talking about? I got tired of their fakeness.
She's definitely, I don't know if she still is, but she was definitely jealous of Jessica. She wouldn't even let us post Jessica's videos in her Discord. She hated that. If someone posted a video that Jessica had done, or if we mentioned that she's going to have a live coming up later that day, she would delete it. Now, whenever she had a video, Jessica or whoever would always post it in Jessica's Discord. But if we tried to post Jessica's videos in Vegas's Discord, she would delete it. And that's a fact.
I'm not jealous of anyone. I'm tired of the fakeness. There was no fraud. That's my real mom. That was not, I had no access.
I don't think it was a fraud either. I don't think she was frauding anybody. I think that she was just trying to get money out of us, more money than we were able to give. And then when we didn't give a lot of money, she got pissed off at us. And I think she was having some sort of sibling rivalry thing where her sister's friends were giving her a lot of money and then her friends weren't. And I think she felt like she's this big YouTuber, so she probably bragged to her sister about how she's going to have all these people giving all this money, and it didn't happen. And she was embarrassed, and she was pissed off, and she tried to. I didn't even mention all of it. Like there was this one time where we were like, Vegas, we did donate. Like some of us did donate, and she was like, how do I know that you donated if it's all anonymous? So it was like she wanted us to donate again with our real names. Our real name. Can you imagine if they had my real name? Our real names to prove that we gave her money. So it wasn't a scam. It wasn't a fraud. No, but she was just terrible about promoting it. Terrible.
Family are not that close. Just because me and my sister don't talk every week, that doesn't mean I'm, and also, how do I have a right? That's nothing too spooky about the GoFundMe. If you had a GoFundMe, right? And you asked me to post it, do I have the right to ask you what you're doing with it? I'm almost just
Yes.
like you, where you don't even know what's happening,
Well,
but she happens to be
issue
my
is the fact
family.
that
I don't have a right.
your mother had literally just died, and they were. Yeah, like
I
for me,
don't think
it was
she.
just lack of compassion. Like the girl's mother
No,
was
but
dying,
Dominique
and that's
is the
what y'all
type.
want
She
to
ain't
y'all
gonna
want
tell
to
me
act on
nothing.
that now.
Okay, can I tell you the
We had a lot of compassion for Vegas. A lot. I had late night heart to hearts with Vegas about our moms. And she didn't appreciate that time that we spent with her, talking her through it, and she treated us poorly. One thing that's consistent about this video is they're not taking accountability for anything at all, and they're leaving stuff out. Like, obviously, I had sympathy for she was going through. What I did not have sympathy for or time for was trying to strong arm us into giving her more money. I didn't have any sympathy. I don't have any sympathy for that. I just don't.
don't pay no attention to that. She's my half sister. I said, well, I'm going to post it. And then she seen when everything was happening, she said, it's not a fraud. It's not fake. It's not a scam. They just don't like you. So I could screenshot what she.
What? Her sister said that? How did her sister know? She said it's not a fraud, they just don't like you. That's basically it. Like, we did not like how she was acting. And I don't know, like none of us well, I didn't talk to anyone about why people did or did not donate. So I don't know. But I bet a lot of people just didn't donate because they didn't like how she was acting. That is so funny. Her sister clocked her.
She said, I'm sorry this is happening and they're using your mother against you, but they
Think
don't like
anybody
you.
really believes that it was, except for them and Monty. I'm not even sure why you feel like you need to explain it to anybody. Like nobody really thinks that you did it for it to be a fucking scam. So like the only
I've
people who
never
want
had
to say that
access.
is Monty and his muggins.
Well,
So I'm
no,
not
all
even
I
sure
want to
why
say is
we
I
talk
didn't
about
have
it, to be
access.
honest.
That's the truth. Well, I read what my sister had texted me when I told her everything that was
it
going
was
on.
like tell people what it actually was about. But that's only necessary if people are asking, and nobody's really asking. And the people who are discussing it are people who do not need to know. It ain't none of their fucking business, if I'm being honest.
The thing that's
I don't even know what this discussion is about because I didn't even say that that was a fraud. I didn't say that it was a scam. I think I might have made a joke about it being a scam like way back, but in that video that I made, I didn't call it a scam or a fraud. I literally said that it wasn't, and that's why I gave money because I knew that she needed it, and so I gave it. That's literally what I said. So I don't know what this whole I don't know what this is.
phony about it though is if you go look, we could screenshot what it says in the whole GoFundMe. It literally said, here's an email, and her name was Angela, her friend from Oregon. And if you have any questions, you call her or text her or email her. So I don't even know about it. All I know is that's my mom and that's my sister. So she didn't even make it. And I even asked her, and nobody was telling me, how does it work? Like, how does it work? Is it in your friend's name? Are you sure you're going to put it in your friend's name? I mean, I don't know how any of this works.
To that, I just have to say, why would I contact her half sister's friend, when I could just talk to Vegas about it? Like, I didn't even think of that. I mean, she was right. I do remember that. I do remember that her sister's friend was the one who put it together, actually. But like, I Vegas was right there. Why would I ask her sister's friend? I don't know. It's just a weird point to make.
Because I don't even have a Cash App. I mean, I don't
You
even
should
have a
even
Cash
don't
App.
even talk about that because that's also not nobody else's business.
No,
Don't
I
be
know,
putting
but
that
I
baby's
don't
business
really
out there.
know.
Don't do that.
No, Spooky, all I said, I don't really know like the politics of how stuff like that is. That's all I'm saying. We could
Girl,
talk
the
about
chapter,
anything else.
the book is closed. The chapter's done. The book is closed, and the book back on the damn shelf. I'm not even sure why it's even a problem for them. Why they're still talking about it, I'll never know.
Because y'all have been lying and cyberbullying people since January. And we tired. We tired, Spooky. Also, Jessica asked me to. So why not do something for an old friend?